What you're about to see was all captured in-engine as being built to take full advantage of Xbox Series X.
During the Game Award 2019, Microsoft shocked us all by presenting their upcoming Xbox console, more known now as the Xbox Series X. It was presented standing up, vertically, but it can also be laid down if you want to as well. They also showed off a redefined Xbox controller, and in this video we gotta talk about this controller. We gotta cover everything you need to know about the Xbox Series X controller. So first off, the new Xbox controller shipping with Series X consoles look a lot like the old one. The biggest differences here are two things. First off is the updated D-pad. Similar to the one we find on the Elite controller, we also find a share button in the middle this time, implemented to help you quickly share your gaming moments with friends. Now GameSpot is reporting that the transition from the face of the controller to the top over to the back are more rounded than before, which is likely more of a aesthetic feature than an ergonomic one. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait a bit and see how this looks when they ship these consoles. Furthermore, Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, had the following to say about the controller's new features. There were certain things that we've learned through during the Elite controller and listening to fans, so you'll get a sense of that is the new Xbox wireless controller. We also have a share button, so we're not gonna say that we invented that, but we've heard feedback that sharing is such a part of gaming experience now for many of our players. I wanted a dedicated hardware button to share. We still have all the rumble triggers and haptic feedback that we've had in consoles before. Spencer also noted that while the current Xbox One controller fits the majority of hands, according to Microsoft research, the new design is ever so slightly smaller in subtle ways to increase the coverage from 95% to 98%. And in terms of cross-play compatibility, not only will the Xbox One controller work on Series X, but the new controller also function on Xbox One and Windows 10 PCs through both Bluetooth and USB, and of course through Xbox Wireless. Furthermore, GameSpot is reporting that Microsoft is also working on improving the already excellently low input latency of Xbox controllers, which rely on something called Xbox Wireless, which uses gigahertz wireless. Jason Rowland, director of program management for the Xbox platform, explained that developers have access to a tool called dynamic latency input, allowing inputs to directly sync up with the game rendering path. According to Spencer, this will reduce the time between button presses and actions on screen. So we talk about things like refresh rate he added, and we talk about input latency. This is all about the most immersive experience game developers can create. Because of the SSD storage and the updated frame rate is not confirming 120 FPS or 120 Hz. There are lots of leaks floating around suggesting 120 FPS and up to 120 Hz refresh rate support. With fast refresh rate and frame rate, low input latency becomes even more important than ever before. And Microsoft looking for ways of shortening the input latency therefore makes quite a lot of sense when you look at it from that point of view. And from my point of view, I already think that the Xbox controller is the best available on the market right now. If Microsoft is able to make it even better, I don't know, I think it's hard to say, but if they do excel themselves, I'm gonna be very impressed. So what do you think about all this, guys? Let me know in the comments below. And with that said, let's talk a bit about the console. Now, in an attempt of making an estimate of the size of the new console, users from the Resetera forum have used all the available data to make an estimate of the size of the new console from the pictures, and it turns out the Series X is almost twice the size of an Xbox One X. Now the reason for this is that Microsoft wanna be able to make the biggest fan possible fit inside the Series X. Phil Spencer told GameSpot they wanted to make the console as quiet as possible. It's not like the Xbox One X has been known for being loud, but it might just be the fact that they don't wanna make the mistake that Sony did with PlayStation 4 Pro. Who knows? I still think it's a smart decision, but yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one as well, guys. Now we know for a fact that Microsoft is teaming up with AMD to make both graphics and CPU chip here, or SoC, or a system on chip for the next gen Xbox. We got 7nm Navi, possibly RDNA 2 and 3rd gen Ryzen Zen 2. We still don't have exact specs, but rumors are pointing towards Microsoft revealing the full specs at CES in Las Vegas in early 2020, but there have been leaks floating around for a while, and this is what we believe that Microsoft will be fitting in the Xbox Series X. I've also talked a bit about Microsoft planning on releasing at least one more console known as Lockhart as part of of the next-gen family, but yeah, with performance similar to PS4 Pro. The GameSpot got an interview with partner director of program management Team Xbox, Jason Rowland, who had some exciting news he wanted to share. With the next-gen consoles, you're gonna be able to have several games on standby, which you then can jump directly into without any loading times. Today we have the compatibility to instantly resuming the last games you were playing. Why can't you do that for multiple games? Many players choose to play multiple games at the same time, being able to instantly jump back where I was. Now these are things that we can do with the platform level to make the gaming experience better. It is really about ensuring there is less waiting and more time playing, because that's ultimately what we want to do with the consoles and the servers that we have. So hopefully this will mean that loading screens is going to be something that we won't have to deal with very often from next year going forward. Now, for more interesting details and views on the next gen Xbox Series X, have a look down in the video description. I've lined up some interesting videos covering some of the most interesting aspects and things to know about next gen in general. In the meantime, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, I want to know your thoughts also, guys. Let me know in the comments below. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, have an awesome day, alright?